So over the last few days, there has been some reports. The Sixers looking into the idea of picking up Markieff Morris, who we've talked about on the show before, and bringing in DeMarcus Cousins, backup five. He'll be playing at backup five. Did well last year against us, actually, when he played the Nuggets when Jokic went to the bench, and he actually came in like a couple threes. And then the year before, he actually dominated us for like 20 points with the Clippers. So I'd love to have Boogie Cousins in-house. So my question is, between those two guys, and there is some rumors that, Keef may sign elsewhere to another contender, but between those two guys, who would be a better fit in Philadelphia?
Well, I mean, I think they both could be good fits. I think DeMarcus would be a better fit because of having the other guys, Tobias and PJ, is more kind of in a Morris role. And that's two guys that we know is going to play a high volume of minutes, whereas DeMarcus can come in and truly be the reserve and backup for Joel. And I think that from that standpoint, it gives you sort of the veteran presence at the five position that we don't have. So I think that's more of a need, even though, do think Twin could help us. I just think Marcus is probably more of a need because of the position and the way he plays. I mean, he's extremely talented, just been affected by injuries.
Teja, where do you lean on both those guys?
I'm sure Keef would think he fits perfectly in Philly because he's a Philly guy. It's tough because I like Keef. I don't think you could have enough of those kind of guys, the 3-4 tweener types who can shoot a little bit, play a little defense, give you that hustle. I think I'd rather go Cousins before I have the Bassey and Reed people on my door banging it down. I don't think Cousins is a big enough name at this point to stop us from continuing to build Bassey and Reed up and see who's like the guy who deserves a lot of minutes as a big, right? I don't think he's stopping their progression by any means. I don't think you bring him in at this point. I mean, if anything, at this point, he's a mentor to them. He's old vet now. I just don't. We've missed a lot of time with Embiid almost every season now. I just can't see us, Doc especially. I can't see Doc being okay with an extended absence of Embiid relying on Bassey and Reed. I can't see that. Jordan's play last year almost forced his hand to go with Reed more often because he was just getting abused. Jordan was, but that's the offseason. We have no excuse. We don't have to play a DeAndre Jordan anymore. I'd probably go Cousins, just in case Embiid's out. It's cheap insurance to have. You got to add that cheap insurance. Come on, it's a no-brainer on rental cars. You got to do. Yeah, it's Embiid's a very expensive foreign automobile. You got to get that insurance on it, man. You got to get the warranty. So I would go Cousins. And I think Keith's going to make that decision easy for us if he does go to the Nets as rumored, but you never know.
And we've talked about backup fives for Embiid before. We've really never had a kind of scoring type backup five for him. It's usually a defensive type backup five for Embiid.
Unless you count Greg Monroe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with both of you guys. I'd be locked in with Cousins, but when Harden did depart from Houston, there was a little bit. I guess the media had interviewed Cousins, and they asked him about the whole Harden situation, him not reporting to camp, him not coming, and he said, "We only want guys who want to be here." And it was kind of and then Harden ended up coming there. I think they played for a couple games with each other, but yeah, could that be a little awkward for those two, or you think that's just it's water on the bridge?
I don't think it would be awkward.
Okay.
I don't think so because, my Cousins, I'm glad he said that, and Harden didn't want to be here, so didn't want to be there. So, you know what?
Yeah, he wasn't. I wouldn't say much about that. I don't think that would be a big deal.
Harden was probably like, "You're right, dude. I don't want to be here. So tell him to trade me. Tell him ASAP."
Yeah.
And look, if Harden and Durant can make up, I think Harden and Cousins can make up. So
Yeah. No, precisely.
no one stays mad at James.
Nah.
Only fans.
That's true. Yeah. And it would be funny if we did get Cousins. It'd be kind of a swap because DeAndre Jordan has gone to Denver now, so he's the backup for Jokic, and we get Cousins, and that'd be kind of sweet.
Which is scary, right? It's scary because we got a good look at Jordan last year, and they got a good look at Cousins last year. So it's scary that they're choosing to exchange him for him, right?
They must have been looking for a different kind of center because I thought Cousins played well for them.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, and he had some good games in the playoffs this year too. If you look at his game log, the playoffs.
Yeah. I don't get it.